Let's add a new to-do list item. Put this down here. Show hide completed. Now, before we start working on that, let's get rid of the ones that are done. These guys right here, let's just get rid of that. And before we start working on it again, let's add the rest of our GUI buttons. The undo, the redo, the load, the new, and the show hide completed buttons. Let's head over to TaskQueue container.h. Put these down here at the bottom. We're gonna add these onto this list right here. So let's get rid of this guy, get rid of that, make it a comma, and now we'll just start adding the rest of them. Show hide completed button. Hide completed. Let's see, undo button, redo button. We'll add the load button and the new button. Load button, load ... something like that. That'll look cool. One more. New button, new ... semicolon. Let's move to our CPP file. Let's replace these individual add and make visible calls with a for loop. Comment that out. Now we're gonna do for auto C. We'll just stuff these all in an array. Array component, component pointer like that. And let's make our array. And now we will just do add and make visible the pointer like that. All right, so we need to add our components to it. So let's see, we'll do our tree. And then we'll grab all these buttons. So we'll just grab this, grab all these guys like that. We'll remove these commas in just a second. Move these commas and the names in just a second. Like that. All right, now we just get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of all this stuff here. Like that. Now let's put them all on their own line because we want to insert the address of all of them like that. There we go. All right, that'll work. Let's put them all on the same line. Oops. 1, 2, 3 space. 1, 2, 3 space. 1, 2, 3 space. All right, cool. That takes care of that. Now let's update the resized function so they all look like something. We are going to use Flexbox for this, so let's get rid of. Let's get rid of these comments because we're not going to use that anymore. We're going to revise the flexboxing that's currently happening for these buttons on the bottom. All right, let's get rid of these two, the two items being added to the main flexbox. Now let's make a top row flexbox, a tree view row flexbox, and a bottom row flexbox like this. So we'll do flexbox top row, flexbox tree row, flexbox bottom row. All right, we're gonna add a bunch of items to the top row. We're gonna add items to the tree row. We're gonna add items to the bottom row. Then we're gonna add all of that. We're gonna add these three things to this guy right here. So we're gonna give all of them the, they're all gonna be row items. So top row dot flex direction equals, we'll do the same thing we did here. We're just gonna grab this. Equals row, and then we'll do the same align items equals stretch. Do this and just change the name. And grab this and paste it for this guy and for this guy. And now just change them out. So tree row should have this and this. All right, so let's add our items and we'll just give them all a flex of 1 to see how it looks. So for our top row, we will have our undo button, our redo button, the load button, and the new button. So we will do top row dot items dot add, and now we need to make our flex items. I deleted the one that I was going to copy. So items dot add flex item. We want this, and we'll give them all a flex of 1 dot with flex 1 like that. And we're going to do this for all 4 of these guys. Whoops. Like All right, so we'll do, let's see. Let's do redo on the left and then undo next to it. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, that'll look fine. All right, so we'll do redo button and then undo button and then load button, new button, like that. All right, that takes care of those guys. For this one, well, this is just gonna hold the tree. Change this to that. And now for the bottom, we are going to be, what are we gonna do for this? This is gonna be bottom row. Bottom row is gonna contain the add task, the add subtask, and the show hide completed. So we'll do show hide completed button, add task, add subtask. All right, so now let's add these guys to the main one. So we'll do fb.items.add flex item. This we'll go like that, and we'll give these guys a just a flex of 1 all around. With flex 1. We'll give them a min. We'll do the rows with buttons. We'll do them with a some height of like 20 to 30. So we'll do with min height. Let me add this top row so I can get some autocomplete happening. With min height, we'll do 20. With max height 30. That'll work. Let me shrink this a little bit. All right, we'll do the same thing for the main one. Copy this, and we'll do the tree row. Go like that, and then we'll do the bottom row. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, it's all on the same row, so that's no good. Oh, that's because this needs to be column, not row. So column. Okay. One more time. Let's see what we get. Where's our tree? Did I forget to add the tree? Top row, tree row, bottom row. My tree's right there. Is my tree visible? Tree, that's the first thing being added. All right, well, let's just try making this a little bit smaller. 0.1. Same for the bottom row. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, you know what it is? It's this right here. Got to get rid of that. Okay, one more time. There we go. That looks like something. Okay, cool. So let's dial in the spacing of the top row. We want to add some gaps between these items. So let's give ourselves, I don't know what kind of gaps we're gonna want. So let's give ourselves something, some kind of like random flex item thing that we can use. So let's see, we can do, let's see, auto get width gap equals, I don't want to do a free function, so I'm just gonna use a lambda here. And we'll just do a return flex item dot width. Let's see. Let's do it with a width of, let's try 4 pixels. And now we can just, do a top row dot items dot add get width gap, like that. All right, let's just put it in between each of them and see what it looks like. Whoop, semicolon. Okay. All right, I think we can, let's see what happens if we just change the middle gap right here to make that bigger. So we'll get rid of this and we'll just do flex item dot width flex 2. Maybe we'll try that. This one will be a big gap. The others will be small. Okay, that works for me. These gaps are too big, so let's make that 2 instead of 4. Let's see how this looks. All right, I'll take it. That looks like something. And if we shrink, it works out. Awesome. All right, let's dial in this bottom row. We'll do the same thing down here. We'll just add our gaps. Gap, make this bottom row. Right there, there, and there. Let's see how this looks. And then we'll see which one of these we want to change. I think this one needs to be switched out. So yeah, let's change the size of this add task and add subtask button. Yeah, this guy right here. Let's change this flex item dot width flex. We'll try it with 2. See what that looks like. This is a big gap. All right, that's cool. This is a little too compressed for me, so let's shrink the size of these guys by making this a little bit smaller. 0.8. Maybe that might look okay. Let's see how that is. That'll work. I'll take that. Okay, cool. All right, for me, it seems like we just need some vertical gaps between the tree view and this guy. So let's do a similar thing up here where we have a get some height. We'll just copy that, paste that there. Get height gap. We'll just leave it the way it is. And now over here, we can add some gaps here. So we'll do fb.items.add get height gap like that. And we'll just stuff it in between each of these. Let's see how that looks. Oh, this needs to be not with width, but with height. With height. Let's try that one more time. There we go. That looks a lot better. We got a little bit of a gap between these elements. Awesome.